For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And for tonight's entertainment, we'll be watching the Memphis Grizzlies facing off against the 76ers in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And you look at Ben Simmons. A lot has been made about the jump shot, or lack thereof, but even without it, he remains a major factor.
Jump shot, schmump shot. Listen, the guy's a 6'10" point guard, nightly triple-double threat, and keep in mind he went to LSU. And he's best when he's surrounded by shooters who can space the floor and widen those driving lanes. Jump shot, schmump shot. Don't ever shoot it. Pass it.
Well, his passing is probably his best asset and unbelievable on the move. That vision, you can't teach. You can teach shooting, but you can't teach instincts.
Did you see that?
What's that?
See, that's my vision. Saw things you guys didn't.
Yep.
Gotcha, big fella.
You sure did.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. DA, take it away.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree, he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morant.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant now in at the guard spots. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Richardson, then it's Simmons, and it's Neto in at the 1. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Now here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And he's good on the second. And so it's Memphis with it. And here's Morant. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Simmons. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Here's Embiid. Passes it to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Jackson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Dallas. Neto surveying the floor. Richardson outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Now, here's Richardson. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go.
Though Richardson's improved his ball handling, he's still more comfortable in catch and shoot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Embiid with the block. Now, here's Richardson. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Outside, Simmons. Harris with it. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up off the inbound, and Valanciunas with the block.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
Richardson, that's a two-pointer. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Memphis, trailing by 4. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
And the second chance effort by Jackson.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The drive by Simmons. From the right block, the shot is good.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
And there's the pass to Winslow. Jackson against Harris. Jackson misses. The 76ers leading by 4. Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just phenomenal timing from Simmons, leaving the ground once the pass was released and tearing that bucket apart.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. They get a hand on it.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Pass to Morant. Now Valanciunas. Shoots over Embiid. Winslow. And no good. And now the 76ers on the break. Richardson's running, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
Now Morant. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Aggressive is one thing. Careless is another. You want to stay balanced and poised.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And here's Morant. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Winslow finds Jackson. Over Harris, and Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got his second basket of the game. So it's Philadelphia now. Here's Neto. Pass to Harris. 18 feet out. And again, it's Philadelphia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Morant kicks to Winslow. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. As you look at Memphis, this season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
And when you look at Memphis, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
Inside. Jackson against Harris. From downtown.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
The 76ers leading by 12. Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Knocks it loose. Passes it to Winslow. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Jackson.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the pass to Simmons. In the air. Embiid, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Jackson passes to Winslow. Simmons with the defensive effort.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Some changes for Memphis. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Winslow. And Brooks subbed in for Morant. Here's Neto. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Anderson against Harris. Pass to Thibault. Just 5 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Looking now at the numbers for Jackson. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging 13 points per game, 9 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Therein lies the question. Has he reached a new level in his game, or is this just a hot streak that'll eventually cool down? We'll see.
Here's Thibault. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Neto. Passes it to Horford. Harris outside. Over Jackson. The 76ers with another miss.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
From deep, Neto. That shot off the mark. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. To the paint and stolen by Horford. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Rebound by Jang.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The 76ers third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The first one falls. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injuries. So I do like the clear path fouls.
He hits both from the stripe.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Embiid.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Outside, Scott, the pass to Neto. Horford kicks to Neto. Back to Horford, trying to get something going. Here's O'Quinn, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Brooks outside. Here's Jang, nails the baby hook.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
The 76ers leading by 10. Pass to O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. Brooks covering. Here's Thibault. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it from three-point range. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
They get it back. Here's Jang, and the layup is good. Jang's got his second bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. He hits the second from the line.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
Now here's Allen. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And stolen by Scott. To the wing right side. Horford. They grab their own miss. O'Quinn can't hit.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Here's Anderson. Nice D from Scott. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Robinson's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia, leading by 12. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Allen, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Horford. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
The 76ers leading by 11. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Horford. Outside, Scott, just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Allen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And that one falls for Allen. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The 76ers leading by 10. Outside for Robinson. A 3 ball. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Horford the pass to Neto. Just 4 to shoot. Step back shot.
And I just love watching Jackson compete on defense. Skilled and athletic. He's a guy who wreaks havoc with his activity.
Jumps up, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with Philadelphia.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for many, many years, and it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth, they have a chance to be good for a long time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
So on the floor for Memphis, Clark is out there with Josh Jackson. Then it's Gorgie Day. Then there's Allen. And it's Brooks in at the 2 spot. Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Allen from the line. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robinson passes to Neto. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Take a break.
and Kobe Bryant. Those are by
2
4.
shots.
And the first one drops. And Memphis making a change here. Morant's checked in. Good on both. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kicks to Jang. It's Morant in the corner. Back to Jang. Tipped away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Ja Morant. He's been dominant over the last month. Second in assists, second in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And he can't get the first one. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Josh Richardson comes in for Raul Neto. The Grizzlies trail by 9. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Jackson. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 6th rebound on the night. Tries from 10. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Simmons got 10 points in the game. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the 76ers.
Beautiful choice by Richardson. The floater, a must-have if you're a guard in the NBA.
Pass to Valanciunas. From 11 feet away, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Now here's Morant. The pass to Winslow. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's a certain attitude to Winslow's style of play, conducive to getting to the line.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after Ben Simmons' miss. And that one's good. Morant.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
His 2nd foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Pass to Richardson. Embiid dishes to Richardson. Here's Embiid. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson. The 76ers have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Pass to Clark. The feed to Valanciunas. Shoots over Embiid. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his 2nd bucket of the night. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris over Jackson. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Morant, and the rejection by Embiid.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And stolen by Simmons. Looking to end his cold spell, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the defender there a little out of position. Harris sees this, takes advantage, draws the foul.
That's good from Harris. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. Ja Morant, number 1.
He gave them a luxury in those games that a lot of teams just don't have. I mean, being able to plug a rookie in and know he's going to carry his weight offensively.
Now here's Jackson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Passes to Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Here's Thibault. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Morant. He feeds it to Winslow. And stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Here's Morant. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
The 76ers leading by 16. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Now here's Richardson, guarded closer. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Now here's Morant. Richardson covering. Out left to the wing. Pulls it up. Here's Valanciunas. Good D by Embiid.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, Smitty, we're past the trade deadline, and for the players who thought they'd be gone, they didn't move. How do they mentally handle all that now and prepare for the rest of the season?
Kevin, I've been on teams where guys were just excited and didn't get a chance to get traded. You see their game and mental go to the next level. Then you have the guys you play with and say, you know, they tried to trade me, and that lingers and lingers on in your locker room until the season is over.
It's tough to forget, isn't it?
Tough to forget for some guys.
Now here's Morant. Richardson covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
And so he makes both from the line. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Richardson. And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
Brooks checked in for Justice Winslow. Now here's Valanciunas. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. Over Harris. And there's Jackson on the assist by Brooks. And that's now 6 points for Jaren Jackson. Here's Richardson. He's got 13. Feeds to Harris. Gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
And you see there Tobias with body control to take the hit, still complete the play.
From 7, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 8 points.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 22 is their biggest lead. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Embiid. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford, he's checked in for Embiid, and it's Scott in for Harris. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Josh Jackson's checked in for Valanciunas. Richardson outside. The 76ers with another miss.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. The pass to Jackson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Simmons left side. Down low. Scott, good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. A minute 42 left in the first half. Morant with it. Shot clock at 6. Jackson from long range. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. The past month has been surreal. 5th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
We've got 1:28 left here in the second. With the teardrop, Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
Brooks misses.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
That's good from Simmons.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
That one misses.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
A nice shot by Anderson.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Philadelphia leading by 20. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Simmons. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 9 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Brooks. Richardson cover. Allen for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. He had a nice open look right there. Scott's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Free throw, good. Allen.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Raul Neto's checked in for Ben Simmons. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Richardson the pass to Neto. In the corner, Horford with it. His 3-pointers off the mark. Got it off in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is gravy. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Richardson, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
A tremendous defensive rebounder. Harris getting it done at the offensive end that time.
Now Morant. Shoots from the right block, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. And 12 points for Jaren Jackson.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Neto. Pass to Harris. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
High percentage look for Harris. He becomes more and more efficient offensively.
And it's Morant missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his third foul of the game. The 76ers leading by 21. Richardson finds Neto. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Passes it to Simmons. To the inside. Embiid, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Neto, covered by Winslow, and he banks in the layup. 8 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now here's Allen. He has 5. And it's Morant missing.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Richardson, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Allen kicks to Morant. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 14. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. Now the pass to Winslow. Bucket is good. Winslow's got his first points of the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Good on the shot. Simmons got 21 in the game.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Kicks it out to Allen. Pass to Jackson. Over Harris. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And there's Jackson on the assist by Allen.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Neto. 8 points for him. Harris outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Winslow against Simmons. Now the feed to Valanciunas. With the fadeaway. Again, Memphis.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Philadelphia leading by 15. Simmons dishes to Harris. Back to Simmons. Over Jackson. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 7 points.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The 76ers making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Pass to Harris. And the rejection by Jackson. Allen in the post, guarded by Robinson. Jackson looking around. Clock at 6. Valanciunas 11 feet out and he hits it. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 22 is their biggest lead. Simmons against Winslow. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
And here is Simmons. He's got 21. He kicks to Embiid. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. There's Winslow. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Ben Simmons. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Out to Harris. Fires for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Winslow off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Thibault. Passes it to Simmons. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 11. To the paint, here's Brooks, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Outside Robinson. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely. Horford kicks to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Morant. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
I think Simmons' understanding of the game is off the charts. He has a great feel and awareness on the court.
Now here's Brooks. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Memphis moving that ball around. He's feeling it. No good from Valanciunas.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. Ja Morant is second.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here's Morant. He's got 14, and it's Brooks in the corner. There's the pass to Jang. Back to Brooks. From 15 feet away, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Now here is Robinson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Dishes it to O'Quinn from outside the arc. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Thibault. Here's Simmons. On the mark with the 15-footer. Simmons got 25 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Now here's Morant. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Jang. Horford trying to free himself up. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Anderson comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Clark in for Dillon Brooks. Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. Stolen by Anderson. And it's Memphis on the break. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Richardson with it. He's got 13. Pass to Simmons. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. And the dunk by Jackson.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
1:53 left in the third quarter. Pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Pass to Anderson, trying his luck from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Scott, good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Now Morant. 14 points for him. Anderson inside. Scott's there. And again, Memphis no good. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. .35 seconds left in the third. And there's the pass to O'Quinn. Simmons left side. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Scott. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. .16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to Anderson. To the left wing. On its way from Clark for 2. No good. Good work defensively by Richardson. Takes the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Memphis, Gorgie Dang is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Morant. And there's Jackson, and it's Clark in at the 3. And here are the Grizzlies now after Ben Simmons' miss. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Simmons. And Scott has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Anderson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Raul Neto's checked in for Ben Simmons. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
You saw the talent from day one in Summer League. Anderson's one of those guys who can really get it done in a lot of different areas.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the miss by Josh Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Winslow's checked in for the Grizzlies. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Knocks down the three ball.
His jump shot not fluid from deep yet, but Winslow nails that one.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 22 is their biggest lead. And here is Horford. Sinks that one from the post. Horford's got his first bucket of the night.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Passes it to Winslow. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Clock at 6. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Embiid, he's checked in for Scott. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. Here's Neto, defended by Allen. A floater, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the pass to Allen. Jackson down low, guarded by Horford. It's good.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Here's Neto. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Over Jang. Here's Embiid. And the rejection by Jang. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Morant. He's checked in for Memphis. Horford the pass to Richardson. Pass to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and it's Morant with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
An offensive juggernaut. Really, Morant is capable of getting it done from just about anywhere.
The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Neto in the corner. It's Harris. Kept alive. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
And stolen by Harris. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Richardson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Morant. Jackson has the open look. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
It's stolen by Allen. There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. The 76ers leading by 6. Harris outside. Looking to get back on track here. And the rejection by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Harris looking it over. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the basket is good. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Richardson. He dishes it to Embiid. It's stolen by Allen. There's the lob to Jackson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Harris with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. The 76ers with another miss. The Grizzlies trail by 4. There's Winslow. And they pick up 2. Winslow's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2. Shoot 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 22 is their biggest lead. Poked away. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? And the 76ers get it back. Embiid. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Allen. Allen's got 5 assists tonight.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Philadelphia shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Out to the wing. Horford against Jackson. Horford dishes to Embiid. Back to Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Here's Richardson. Sweet little floater. Richardson's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting into the lane, and he can score.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jang. Shoots over Embiid. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist in the game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Grizzlies have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Morant passes to Jang. Kicks it to Morant. Shoots the three. Drills the three-pointer. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Neto, the pass to Harris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the dunk by Embiid. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Now here's Morant. Allen with it. The pass to Morant. The 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Philadelphia with the ball after Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Neto finds Embiid. Back to Richardson. Over Morant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
This is what you want. Put the defender in a position where he has to foul you to stop you. Richardson can be a tricky cover.
And he makes the first.
I'll tell you, Richardson at the line, remarkable progression over his first few years in the league.
And the 76ers making a change here. Horford's checked in, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Valanciunas is checked in for Gorgie Dang.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The 76ers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Winslow against Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 29 in the game.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Down low and stolen by Horford. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. That's good from Harris on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 assists in the game. Morant passes to Jackson.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 22 is their biggest lead. And the 76ers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Here's the hook. Richardson trying to break loose. They get the rebound. Harris's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And the rejection by Jackson. Allen with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Pass to Winslow, and stolen by Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson is doubled. Morant with a wide open look. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Harris. And And the rejection by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Memphis on defense. 4-point game.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And going back to college, Morant made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Harris against Jackson. Harris kicks to Richardson. Pass to Neto. Here's Simmons. It's tipped. Now Morant looking for Winslow. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Locked and loaded. Winslow with the steady hand as this game heats up.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Neto. Passes it to Harris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Some solid defense there from Jackson. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
It drops.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
Richardson the pass to Neto. Simmons on the wing. Back to Neto. Shot to stop the run. And it's sent back by Allen.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of controlling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. There is a better game, there is a worse game, but, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is to take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing good.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.